Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, everybody. How is everybody out there in Facebook land tonight? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty darn good. I'm in the house by myself tonight fixing dinner because the hubs decided it was time to mow. And it's a disaster out there. He's been at it going on 3 hours now, and he's got a little bit left to do, but it's quite something. I'll take you over and show you maybe if I have time, if he's not done. But what I wanted to get on here for, guys, is I'm back in the kitchen cooking tonight, and we are doing protein pizza bowls. Now, why do I love these? Because I can make mine the way I like it. I can make his the way he likes it. So it's kind of like maybe a half and half pizza type thing or whatever. But it's high protein, low carb, and that's what we love, okay? So if you are getting on here with me live, if you can see a red live up in that corner, now you might have to tap my face and make me go full screen to see if it says live or was live. If it's red live, that means you're on here with me live, and thank you for watching. You can drop live in the comments, please. Let me know where you're watching from, okay? And if it says was live up there, that's great. It just means you're catching the replay on Facebook. I appreciate anybody who takes time, whether live or was live, out of their day to watch what I have to talk about. Hi, Christine. And guys, please, if you're watching that replay, drop replay in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Hi, Christine. Yeah, oh yeah, live, you bet. So, my name's Jan. I live in Southeast Nebraska. And I love sharing our low-carb lifestyle, okay? I love it so much. I have another group on Facebook. It's called Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. And I would love to have you join me there. Now, I did a recipe last night or yesterday with the hamburger buns. Great. I did get that typed up and posted in there. Hey, Debbie and Debbie, how are you guys? So that's in there. This recipe will be coming, provided, well, I'll get it in there no matter what. Dave hasn't actually tasted it yet, so that's going to be a little bit of a taste test for him. I think it's good, but you know what? He may not, but that's okay. I'm still going to share it with you guys, okay? I share this information, recipes and all that stuff over in my group, okay? Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. I'd love to have you join us there. Hey, Dawn, how are you? And you can search it on Facebook. Up above in the Facebook bar, there's a search bar and you can type in there, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave, and request to join. It's a yellow and blue banner, and it gets you all the information, okay? Or you can drop group in the comments, and I will leave you a link in the comments that you can tap and get over there. Real simple, real easy, okay? Hey, Jackie. So, like I was saying, I share a lot of stuff over there that I don't fill this page with, but I love doing what I do. I love helping others, and I love seeing other people make the stuff that I'm making, or maybe put their own twist on the things that I'm doing, and then let me know about it. So if you're in that group and you're making some things, I'd love to have you put it in there. You know, I'll take a private message any day of the week with it, but if you could share it in that group too, that'd be great. Okay, so, or you can share it on your Facebook page and just tag me or tag the group, and people will know where to go and get it. You know, sharing is caring, okay? So, and if you'd like to share this video out, you certainly can. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Karen. So, what am I doing tonight? Protein pizza bowls, okay? So I'm going to be making different pizza bowls tonight, and there is not going to be a crust, but it's protein. What are we doing with protein tonight, guys? Cottage cheese, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix a bunch of this stuff together in a bowl, and then I'm going to put it in separate individual baking ramekins so that it can go in, and then I want what I want, Dave wants what he wants, okay? So we're starting out with, I'm putting in some of the cottage cheese, Now, guys, like I was saying, if you're getting on here with me live, please say hello or live in the comments. Hey, Melissa. And let me know where you're watching from if you would, okay? Now, I do have next some Rao's marinara. You can use pizza sauce or whatever. Just watch the sauces, guys. They like to hide sugars in it. This is what I'm using, Rao's pizza sauce. Rao's makes a marinara. You could use that too if you want. And I'm just gonna mix these two things together. And I forgot something in my cupboard. I'm gonna have to go get it. Yes, 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 I am. Okay, mixing it up. I'm gonna grab some Italian seasoning, guys. So, yep, there it is. Okay, so you know what? I'll measure it tonight, but typically I just kind of do until my heart's content. But I'm gonna say a half a teaspoon, okay? That's a great place to start with something like this. Hi, Dana. And just mix that in too, okay? And if you measure with your heart, that's great too, okay? So, mixing this stuff together, that's kind of the way I'm doing it. Now, I am a fan of, and you know what? I'm going to throw me just a little bit more protein in. I think I got a little heavy with the marinara sauce, the pizza sauce there. That looks more like what I want, okay? So I've got my Italian seasoning in there. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make mine pepperoni, okay? So, I have some pepperoni, guys. Grabbed it, you know. I'm not picky. If there's a great pepperoni out there that you think that I really, really need to try, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to try it. So, I'm going to put pepperoni in. I take these two and I cut them a little smaller when I mix them in, okay? And I also have, hey, kale, I have some mushrooms. I'm going to put some of those in. And I have enough here cut up for Dave's too. And we'll talk a little bit about Dave's, but I'll get things going. Hi, Angie. And I've got onions, okay? So I'm mixing all that stuff in, guys. I'm just going to mix it in here so that I have some extra protein in. I don't think I got enough pepperoni in there. I love lots of pepperoni. Anybody else out there a pepperoni fan? If you're a big pepperoni fan and you like lots of pepperoni, drop pepperoni in the comments, okay? So I'm going to throw in just a little bit more pepperoni. Now, guys, this is why I said I love these types of recipes, because this is something that even if the family's around, we can make these individualized, and I'm going to talk about that too, because Davis does not like pepperoni. I do. So I've got just these little ramekins. You can use anything that is oven safe, okay? Absolutely anything as long as it's oven safe. Hey, thank you, Patty. I'm gonna see if I can tip you guys down just a smidgen. There we go. And I'm just gonna put this stuff in there, guys. Now I'm gonna save this bowl because I am going to mix Dave's up in it too, after I'm finished here talking to you guys, okay? So, that's it. Put it in here. And now, of course, what would a pizza be without mozzarella? So I got out my old knuckle buster tonight. And I've got some shredded cheese. Guys, I always buy the blocks of cheese. If you follow me at all, you know I buy the blocks of cheese. I shred my own. It's important because there's stuff in the pre-shredded stuff that you really don't want in your body, and especially if you're diabetic like my husband. Some of that stuff gets a little sketchy, and we're never really sure what it is. So I'm just going to cover this up with some mozzarella. And I like cheese, okay? And then I'm going to take a few little pepperonis and throw up on top, like so. I will know this one is mine because it's got the pepperonis on top. Simple, easy. These will take maybe 10 to 15 minutes in the oven, about 400, 425. I'll probably bake them at 425, and they'll be ready to go. Super simple. Now, what am I doing for Dave's? I'm going to do basically the same thing. Some days just aren't great. No pepperoni. Oh, hamburger and sausage, Andy. You could definitely do that. Ah! Never mind me. Raw and real tonight. Hey, Debbie. Oh, my gosh. Well, sorry if I'm making anybody sick. Hey, Marie, I just saw your message. I saw your comment up there. Okay, guys. Here we go. If it falls, I'm just going to bend over. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, never mind. I'm going to do basically the same thing. I'm going to take this bowl. I am going to put in cottage cheese. I'm going to put in some of the sauce. Now, Dave is a light sauce guy, so I'm not going to put as much sauce in his as I put in mine. There again, a great way for you to personalize what you're cooking. If you're a light sauce person, go a little lighter on the sauce. When I put this recipe in there, it calls for 1/4 of a cup of pizza sauce. Cut it back to 1/2 of a fourth, 1/8 of a cup, a few tablespoons, whatever you want to do. Same way when I was talking about the Italian seasoning. If you're not big on Italian seasoning and you'd rather use a different seasoning, go ahead and do it, okay? So what I'm doing for Dave is Canadian bacon. He loves Canadian bacon, ham, whatever you want to call it. And he opted for some shrimp. So I bought some small baby shrimp that was uncooked. I cooked it here in the skillet. It takes a couple of minutes. I've got the Canadian bacon, some to mix in. I'll probably throw a little bit on top with the cheese, just like I did. And I've got mushrooms and onions to go in his. He loves onions, so I'll be putting lots of onions in his. Super duper simple, super duper easy, and amazing for you, okay, guys? Because, you know, the protein is so important in our lives, okay? Protein is the building block for everything in our lives, not gonna lie. This thing is driving me bonkers, if you can't tell. There, thank you. So the protein, guys, we've got protein in this. There's 13 grams of protein in 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup is what I'm using in mine. 13 grams in this. There's probably a little bit of protein in the pepperoni. 5 grams in 15 slices. I'm sure I got that. There's protein, I believe, in the mozzarella cheese. I don't have that. But guys, there's protein in the meat. There's protein in all of this. Protein's very important to get into your body, okay? In some way, shape, or form. Like I said, we've really started focusing on protein in our lives, okay? And, you know, with that being said, we are going to next week be doing the Happy Plate challenge. It's not really a challenge. We're just going to, everybody's going to be in this group, and we're building happy plates. That's what we're calling it, okay? Where it's a healthy, well-balanced plate meal for you. Hey, Lee, but anybody can get in there. No purchase necessary. All you have to do, if you want me to add you, is be a friend of mine on Facebook. For some reason, I cannot add people to a group if we're not friends. So if you're interested in joining this happy plate, drop happy plate in the comments, okay? And send me a friend request here on Facebook. Tap my name. It should ask to request to be friends. I don't know what it says. I really don't. But you need to be a friend of mine on Facebook. And then I can get you in that group. We're going to start it on Monday. Lots and lots of people interested in it. There's already some information in there about things to buy, you know, to build your meals and build your plates and stuff like that. I'm so excited for it because, you know, this would be another great item. And it's super simple, super easy, and yet it's not real ho-hum-drum, okay? I mean, it's easy to mix it up. Hey, Judy. So I'm going to just kind of set my stuff aside. I would typically put it in the oven, but Dave's still mowing. He should be done shortly. And then I'm going to throw it in while he takes a shower because he is a disaster. But we overseeded the yard Easter weekend. And so we've been letting the grass just go. And so like literally he's mowing maybe 6 to 8 inches of our yard at a time because it's gotten so tall that It's crazy. He's been out there a long time, but he is almost done. Sorry about that, guys. He's almost done, but maybe I can kind of show you here. Not real sure. Hey, Irma. Dana, I don't know that you would have to use cottage cheese. I'm just not sure what else you would use for a base. I'll turn you around. You can kind of see, and this is not even where the highest portions of the grass was, but he is cutting a lot of it off. This out here, we didn't even overseed. It's just, it's just there. So I hope I zoomed that in. I was hoping it wasn't going to zoom in on my face when I came back, but that's all he has to finish. So I'm going to get on out of here. But guys, I'd love to have you join me in the group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. You know, like I said, I love shouting from the rooftops, and I love sharing with others. And if you know me, and if you've been following me, you know then that, hey, Lori, Karen, I will get you there, okay? You know that I love the products that we use. Simple beverage and a capsule every day. And if you're not a fruit drink type person, we have some great coffees. I love all our different flavors. It's amazing. There's lemonade. There's lots of stuff. Guys, if you're interested in the products that have changed our lives, that have helped Dave lose 100 pounds, that have helped Dave be off of some medications that he used to take, and just be a healthier, more vibrant person. And me, I'm not the grouch I used to be. I can smile more. And I share on here. Guys, I never could have done this. My self-esteem would not have let me do this before these products, okay? So if you need information about the products we take, drop info in the comments, and I'll get back to you about that. But as always, guys, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to me. You know, I love sharing these types of things, and I love sharing our low-carb lifestyle. I love sharing what we do, okay? So, that's really all I have, guys. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I'm going to leave you with this. Smile. Pass that smile on, because you just never know who might need that smile today, and you're going to help them, okay? So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I hope it's a fantastic day. Bye.